5 numbers every Indian SME owner must track. Picture two business owners driving down the same highway at 100 kilometers an hour. The first one is blindfolded. He can't see the road, the curves, or the truck stopped ahead. He only finds out he's crashed after the impact. The second one is sitting in a cockpit. Airspeed, altitude, fuel, engine temperature, every gauge is lit up in front of him. He sees problems forming minutes before they become emergencies. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most SME owners in India are driving blindfolded. Not because they are careless, because nobody ever handed them the cockpit. In the next few minutes, I'm going to hand you one. We are going to build a financial dashboard for free in Excel that gives you 5 gauges every single week. No accountant required to read it, no ERP subscription. Let's start with why this blindfold happens in the first place. Hello and welcome to Skill Station. I'm glad you're here for this one. This isn't a knowledge problem, it's a visibility problem. You need something in front of you every week, not every quarter. Here's what I see across almost every Tier 2 and Tier 3 business I've worked with in 27 years of consulting. The owner can tell you last month's revenue. Ask them last month's profit, and there's a pause. Ask them today's cash position, and they say, "Let me call my accountant." That pause is the blindfold. Revenue is not profit. A full order book is not full cash in the bank. And by the time your accountant tells you the number, the month that mattered is already over. So what actually belongs on your dashboard? After tracking financial health across more than 150 transformation projects, I keep coming back to the same 5 numbers. I call them the 5 vital signs. Cash position, small leaks, team cost versus output, weekly revenue clarity, and monthly profit trend. 5 numbers, updated weekly. That's it. No 50-tab spreadsheet, no accounting degree required. Let's go through each one, what it tells you, and the red flag threshold that means it's time to act. Vital sign 1. Cash position. This is simply, how much cash do you have right now, and how many weeks can you survive on it if revenue stopped today? Most owners know their bank balance. Very few know their cash runway, the number of weeks that balance covers your fixed costs. Here's your red flag. If your runway drops below 4 weeks, you are one delayed payment away from a crisis. This number takes 10 seconds to check. It should be the first thing you look at every Monday morning, before email, before calls. Vital sign 2. Small leaks. This is the subscription you forgot to cancel. The courier surcharge nobody negotiated. The vendor invoice that's 5% higher than last quarter with no explanation. Individually, these leaks look too small to chase. Add them up over a year, and I've seen them account for 6 to 8% of revenue, silently. Your dashboard tracks this as one number. Total unexplained or recurring small expenses this month. Flag the moment they cross a threshold you set. This is the number accountants rarely flag for you, because individually, nothing here looks alarming. Vital sign 3. Team cost versus output. This is your total people cost. Salaries, incentives, contractor fees, divided by whatever output matters most in your business. Units produced, projects closed, revenue generated. Why does this matter? Because teams quietly grow faster than output. You hire 2 more people to help with growth, and 18 months later, your team cost has doubled but revenue has grown 30%. Track this ratio monthly. If team cost is growing faster than output for 2 months running, that's your red flag. It's a delegation and productivity conversation, not just a budget one. Vital sign 4. Weekly revenue clarity. Most businesses look at revenue monthly. That's too slow to react to. Weekly revenue clarity means you know every Friday what came in this week compared to the same week last month and the same week last year. This single habit catches problems while there's still time to fix them. A slow week in week 2 tells you something, a slow month tells you far too late. It also does something psychological. It replaces vague anxiety about how's business doing with an actual number you can act on. Vital sign 5. Monthly profit trend. Not revenue, profit, and not 1 month in isolation. The trend across the last 6 months. A single profitable month can hide a business that's actually declining. A trend line shows you the truth. Are your margins expanding or eroding month over month? This is the number that should drive every pricing conversation, every hiring decision, every expansion decision you make. If the trend line is flat or falling for 3 months running, nothing else on this dashboard matters more. Now, here's the part most dashboard tutorials skip. Where does this data actually come from? Your accountant already sends you most of this, you're just not asking for it in a usable form. Every month, your accountant likely emails you a trial balance, a profit and loss statement, and maybe a ledger summary. Most owners open these, feel a small wave of confusion, and forget them. Here's what to actually pull from each. From the P&L, pull your gross profit and net profit line. That feeds vital sign 5. From the trial balance, pull your bank and cash in hand balances. That feeds vital sign 1. From your expense ledger, pull anything tagged miscellaneous or recurring vendor payments. That feeds vital sign 2. 3 questions to send your accountant this week. What's my gross and net profit this month? What's my current cash and bank balance? What are my top 5 recurring expense heads? That's it. You now have the raw material for the entire dashboard. Let's build this. Open a blank Excel file or Google Sheets if that's what you have. Create 5 tabs, one per vital sign, plus a 6th tab called Dashboard that pulls a summary from all 5. In each tab, keep it simple. A column for the date, a column for this week's or this month's number, and a column comparing it to the prior period. Don't overthink the layout. The goal isn't a beautiful spreadsheet, it's a spreadsheet you'll actually open every Monday. I'll link the exact starter structure in the description so you're not building this from a blank page. Now the part that makes this feel like a real dashboard instead of a data dump. Conditional formatting. On your Summary tab, set a simple rule for each vital sign. For cash runway, green if above 8 weeks, yellow between 4 and 8, red below 4. For team cost versus output, green if the ratio is flat or improving, red if it's worsened 2 months running. In Excel, this is under Home, Conditional Formatting, New Rule, Format cells based on a formula. You're just telling the sheet, if this number crosses this line, turn it red. Once this is set up, you stop reading numbers. You just glance at colors. That's the entire point. Clarity in 5 seconds, not a 20-minute review. Let's read a completed dashboard together. Say your cash runway shows yellow, 6 weeks. Small leaks shows green, under your threshold. Team cost versus output shows red. It's worsened for 2 months. Weekly revenue is green, trending up. Monthly profit trend is yellow, flat for 2 months. What does this tell you? Revenue is fine. The business isn't shrinking. But cost discipline is slipping, probably tied to that red team cost signal. Your action this week isn't a sales push. It's a conversation about role clarity and output per person. This is what the dashboard is actually for. Not just numbers, but telling you which conversation to have next. 3 mistakes I see the moment owners build their first dashboard. 1. Building it once and never updating it. A dashboard nobody updates is worse than no dashboard. It gives false confidence. 2. Tracking too many numbers. I've seen owners add 15 metrics in week 1 and abandon the whole sheet by week 3. Stick to 5. 3. Not sharing it. If you're the only person who sees this dashboard, it dies with your attention span. Share the summary tab with your accountant or one trusted team member. Someone else should be watching these numbers with you. Here's what actually changes when this dashboard becomes a habit. It's not just the numbers, it's you. The low-grade anxiety of, is my business okay, that sits in the back of every owner's mind, that quiets down because you're not guessing anymore. You stop making decisions from panic on a bad day or overconfidence on a good one. You make them from a 5-second glance at a screen that's been quietly doing the watching for you. That's the real shift. Not more hours, not more hustle, The system does the watching, so your mind is free to do the thinking your business actually needs from you. If you want the exact starter template, pre-built tabs, formulas, and traffic light formatting, I've put a free copy in the description below. Comment dashboard and I'll send it to you directly. And if you want a more advanced version with automated alerts and accountant ready reports, that's part of the Business OS toolkit on SkillStation, linked below as well. If this helped, subscribe. I'm building a full toolkit for Indian SME owners, one system at a time. Next video, how to read your P&L in 5 minutes flat. See you there.